Tensions between Thailand and Cambodia have erupted once again, with Thai airstrikes hitting positions along the disputed frontier after a series of deadly clashes, raising fears of a broader conflict in one of Southeast Asia's most sensitive border zones. The latest escalation followed reports from Bangkok that a Thai soldier had been killed in a clash earlier in the week. Thai officials accused Cambodian forces of firing first and breaching the already fragile ceasefire that had been holding since mid-year. Hours later, Thai aircraft and artillery units launched coordinated strikes on what they described as Cambodian military positions, insisting the operation was a targeted and defensive response. Phnom Penh sharply rejected that account, condemning the strikes as unprovoked aggression and accusing Thailand of violating Cambodian sovereignty. Officials there said civilians were among the casualties and reported damage in villages close to the front line.
នៅថ្ងៃនេះការបើកការវាយប្រហារមានចំនួន8ទីតាំង ទីតាំងទី1ប្រាសាទតំបន់ធំ ទីតាំងទី2ប្រាសាទតាកបី ទីតាំងទី3តំបន់ភ្នំទ្រាប់ ទីតាំងទី4វាលន្ត្រី ទី5តាថាវ ទី6ភ្នំខ្មោច ទី7អានសេះអូបកាស្នេហ៍ និងទី8តំបន់មុំបី នៅក្នុងនោះផងដែរ ក្រោយការបើកការវាយប្រហារយ៉ាងសន្ធាប់នៅក្នុងទីតាំងមួយចំនួនរហូតដល់ការប្រើអាវុធធុនធ្ងន់និងឈានដល់ការប្រើនៅយន្តហោះចម្បាំង F-16 ទម្លាក់គ្រាប់នៅក្នុងតំបន់នៃខេត្តព្រះវិហារយ៉ាងគំហុកគឺនៅក្នុងតំបន់ចំការជ័យ
Independent confirmation of the casualty figures remains unclear, but border communities on both sides have begun evacuating as the situation deteriorates. The roots of this long-running conflict stretch back more than a century, tied to colonial-era mapping that left portions of the border, particularly around the Dangrek mountain range and the land surrounding the historic Preah temple, poorly defined. A 1962 International Court of Justice ruling awarded the temple itself to Cambodia, but the surrounding territory remained contested, fueling decades of periodic military standoffs. While both countries have at times pledged restraint, nationalism, shifting political pressures, and the symbolic value of the high ground have repeatedly turned minor incidents into major confrontations. Those tensions resurfaced in recent years. Skirmishes in May 2025 killed a Cambodian soldier and sparked weeks of small arms exchanges. By July, heavy fighting involving artillery and rockets had forced mass evacuations on both sides of the border. Mediation efforts later in the year briefly reduced hostilities, but trust was shattered in November when Thailand accused Cambodia of planting a landmine that injured a Thai soldier, an allegation Cambodia denied. Since then, the ceasefire has existed largely on paper, vulnerable to collapse at any moment. The human cost continues to mount. Families living in the border districts have fled to makeshift shelters, schools have been closed, and markets shuttered as artillery exchanges echo across the mountains. Cambodian officials say several civilians were injured in the latest Thai strikes, while Thai authorities have moved residents of frontier villages into temporary camps as a precaution. Regional leaders and international partners are urging both countries to de-escalate and return to dialogue, warning that further exchanges of fire could destabilize a region already grappling with economic pressure and political uncertainty. ASEAN, often cautious in territorial conflicts, is under renewed pressure to step in and facilitate talks that include clearer monitoring and verification mechanisms, something past ceasefires have lacked. Analysts say the next few days will be critical. Any additional cross-border shelling, troop reinforcement, or retaliatory strike risks pushing the confrontation into a wider and potentially prolonged conflict. At the same time, domestic political pressures in both nations may make compromise difficult, increasing the danger of miscalculation. For now, the situation along the Thailand-Cambodia frontier remains tense and unpredictable. With both governments trading accusations and preparing for further contingencies, the possibility of renewed fighting continues to overshadow hopes for a diplomatic breakthrough. We'll continue to monitor updates as they unfold. For extended coverage and real-time alerts, stay connected with BV News. I'm Charles David. Thank you for watching, and stay informed.